up, guys? Richie here with Statifying Football. This is your Week 5 college football previews for the weekday games, so Thursday and Friday games. There will be 5 total. 1 on Thursday and then 4 on Friday. So a bunch of people coming up buys for these games. On the Thursday night game is the Navy midshipmen taking on Memphis. Both of them had bye weeks. Navy's last game, they beat ECU, East Carolina, 42-10. They run a triple option, so Malcolm Perry, their quarterback actually, ran for 156 yards and 4 rushing touchdowns. And because of that triple option, they don't pass much, but when they do, they hit a lot of long passes, at least ideally. And he was 5 for 7, but for 151 yards and 2 more touchdown passes. He had 6 in that game alone. They had 468 as a team. Their defense forced 2 turnovers and only allowed 222 yards. And so they're taking on a really good Memphis team. Navy kind of had a down year last year, but it looks like they might be back again. Memphis coming off a bye. Their last game was a win against South Alabama, 42-6. Brady White, 209 passing, 3 touchdowns, a pick. They ran for 312. They had 2 guys go over 100 rushing yards. Kenneth Gainwell, 145 and a touchdown, and Kylan Watkins, 113 yards. They put up 530 total yards. However, they did turn over twice, but their D forced 3 turnovers, only allowed 248. They had a fumble return for a touchdown, and the touchdown that South Alabama scored, they blocked the extra point and returned that extra point for 2 points. So they scored in every which way, and they might need to do that against Navy. I expect this to be actually pretty close. I'm leaning Memphis here, but Navy might be better than a lot of people think. All right, going to the Friday games, you got an ACC matchup, a Big Ten matchup, a Mountain West matchup, and a Pac-12 matchup. So, and that was an American matchup. So the first game on Friday, Duke taking on Virginia Tech. Duke's coming off a bye. Their last game was a win over against a decent Middle Tennessee State team, 41-18. Quarterback Quentin Harris was 24 for 27, 237, 4 touchdowns, and ran for 107. They ran for 226 yards. Wide receiver Aaron Young, 6 catches, 106, 2 touchdowns. Their defense had 6 sacks in that game. However, they did allow 339 total yards. Middle Tennessee's a decent offense, and Virginia Tech has the potential to maybe move it. However, Virginia Tech also coming off a bye, but their last game was a win over Furman, 24-17. They were actually down 14-3 in that game and came back. Ryan Willis was 17-21, 123, 1 touchdown, 1 pick, not great. Running back Keyshawn King ran for 119. They ran for 227. Their defense had 4 sacks and forced 2 turnovers. I'm actually kind of leaning Duke here. Virginia Tech has not looked impressive, but I do expect it to at least be a pretty close game. Then you got Penn State, ranked 13th against Maryland. Penn State coming off a bye. Their last win was a close win against Pitt. That they beat them 17-10. Pitt just upset UCF. So Sean Clifford, quarterback for Penn State, 14 of 30, not very good for 222 passing. Running back Jody Brown ran for 109. They were actually outgained in that game, and they might need to do more against a Maryland team that can put up some points. Maryland's coming off a bye. They were upset their last game, 20-17 by Temple. Josh Jackson, he was also subpar, 15 of 38. 183, touchdown, a pick. He almost threw like 2 or 3 other interceptions. They were stopped twice inside the 1-yard line on 4th down plays by Temple. Running back McFarland ran for 132 and a touchdown. Their defense did force 3 turnovers, but they gave up 427. So this actually, it depends really on the quarterback. Really, like both teams have good running games and potentially good offenses. It could be relatively high scoring. It really depends. I'm kind of leaning towards Penn State, but I don't know. All right, San Jose State and Air Force. San Jose State just had a, quote, upset over Arkansas, their first ever win against an SEC school. They beat Arkansas 31-24. Quarterback Josh Love was great, 32 of 49, 402 passing yards, 2 touchdowns, 1 pick. Wide receiver, 1 pick. Wide receiver Trey Walker, 12 receptions, 161 yards. They put up 503 yards of offense. Their defense, they allowed 487 yards to Arkansas, but they had 5 interceptions. That was huge in that win. There was Air Forces coming off a loss to Boise State, but they played them hard. They lost 30-19, but they were tied at 10 at halftime. They run a bit of a triple option. Quarterback Donald Hammond, 83 passing yards, a touchdown, a pick, added 62 rushing yards and a touchdown, so he was solid. They ran for 242 as a team. Both teams actually had exactly 355 yards in that game. Air Force and Boise did. Even though San Jose had that little bit of an upset or whatever, they're clearly a better team than they were last year, but I'm still leaning Air Force here. I think Air Force is pretty good. In the final game of Friday night, Arizona State and Cal. Is coming off a really good win against Ole Miss. They're actually 4-0, the last undefeated team left in the Pac-12. They beat Ole Miss in a controversial ending. Ole Miss may have scored a touchdown late. That wasn't called, but Cal did hold them on a 4th and goal from inside the 1 at the end. Chase Garbers for Cal. Great game, his best of his career by far. 357 passing, 4 touchdowns and a pick. They only ran for 60 yards, but it was enough in this one. Their defense had 3 sacks, but they did allow 525 total yards. And Arizona State can potentially move it. However, Arizona State, it's like coincidence. I don't know how to describe it. It's deja vu all over again. You know what I mean? Last year, Arizona State, 2018 season, Arizona State, they upset Michigan State, became ranked, and then lost their game. This season, 2019, Arizona State upset Michigan State, got ranked, and then today they lost and were upset by Colorado, 34-31. Jaden Daniels, 345 passing, 2 touchdowns a pick. Brandon Ayuk, 9 catches, 122 and a touchdown. They only ran for 108. They got to get Benjamin going at running back. He's one of the best in the country. They were 1 for 2 on field goals, and they only lost by field goals, so that was huge. They did put up 453. However, their defense did allow 477. And Cal's not normally a very good offense. They did in this game, but maybe they can. I'm not sure what you think. Both defenses are generally good. Both offenses have shown potential this season. There's a piece of me that's actually kind of leaning towards Arizona State in this, but I don't know. This will be pretty even. I guess I'll go Cal here, but it'll be even. All right, those are my previews for Thursday, Friday, Week 5. Check out my other ones for the Saturday games. Check out my NFL ones and our picks. Like, subscribe, share, comment, please. Everything. Peace.